Hello everybody, welcome back to Buzzard-Roost. I am Buzzard. You may have noticed I changed my cup. Well, it wasn't intentional. The rodeo I was telling you about, my son was in what they call the circle of death. It's where you get a bunch of people that are questionable mentally, and you put them in a circle and you turn a bull loose. Well, I set my cup down and it was exciting, and I walked away and I left my cup. So I don't have no more stickers on my cup. So anyone that has a sticker that would like to send me one, I will definitely put it on my cup, the new cup I'm using now. So that's that for that. Been busy. I had to rebuild the front porch for a couple of reasons. Well, I need to rebuild the front porch because it was getting a little bit rickety. The would-be's had worked it over. And then I was telling everyone, about my mom, that she's going to spend a little bit of time. Well, I hope that ain't as foggy as it looks here. Maybe it is. I hope not. Anyway, she's going to spend a few days at my house, so I also put a ramp on it for her. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll need it. But it's been raining like all the time here, and we got a few more days of rain, so I really haven't done a whole lot outside. We got the porch built before the rain started, but I haven't been able to put the non-slip paint on the ramp. But I'm heading my way up to Office Depot because I got another project that has nothing to do with prepping. As you may know, my daughter is pregnant, and I like building things that are unusual. My oldest son, I built him a baby bed for his firstborn, and it was a horseshoe with a Texas star in the middle of it. And let me stop here. This is going to be for my next youngest daughter that's going to have a baby in January, late January, I think. I hope that's right. She told me once, but I already forgot. But I hope everyone's doing good. I hope you're still prepping. I just want to do another nutter talk, drive talk. So, as I work on this project here, like I said, I know it has nothing to do with prepping, and the baby bed's not cheap, just in material alone, but it's well worth it. I'll build any of my kids a baby bed that need one for a grandbaby. Anyway, I listened to an audio book. Everyone refers to I think it's George Orwell, 1984. And I listened to it yesterday, all 10 plus hours of it. And it's eerily, I know why people reference it now. It is so eerily, not predicting, but showing what's happening in today's world. And most of it has to do with language and history and all that stuff. But as I do other things, I got my earpiece in and I listen to, I guess you could say I've kind of got away from listening to all my prepper channels that I follow. And it's not because they're not good, but it's because they're excellent. I'll listen to Bear Independent's Daily Brief. I watch AP's Alaskan Preppers, and I watch some NWA Prepper. But I've been kind of getting away from it. I've been listening to a lot of, his name's Tim Pool. It's Tim, I think it's Timcast IRL is his channel. But you can just type in Tim Pool. He is, or was, what you could call a milquetoast fence setter. He really wasn't for the Second Amendment. Let me pull over a little bit here in case someone comes up. And one of the things that changed his mind on the Second Amendment was he was talking about how there should be some reasonable restrictions. And someone made the point to him, okay, if you want reasonable restrictions on the Second Amendment, how about I do some reasonable restrictions on free speech? And that clicked in his mind. And he still, I don't know, 6 months or longer ago, he said, I'll never own a gun, I'll never have a gun in the house. And of course, with all the civil unrest going on right now, he's got several guns now, and he's getting the training. That is one thing. Is this guy, he's a critical thinker, and he seems to rag on Democrats a lot here lately, but he's still what you could call a milquetoast fence setter. Well, with everything going on, you know, he's claimed that he's never really said that he'd vote for Trump. Well, here recently, with the lack of policies the Democrats are putting out, and the rioting, the looting, and the killing, unless things drastically change or Trump does something that's just unforgivable, he's going to vote for Trump. And he's Bernie Sanders. He was a Bernie Sanders voter. He voted for Obama the first term, didn't vote the second term because the way Obama was handling things and doing things. So he is, as of right now, he's voting for Trump. So I guess he's kind of got off the milquetoast fence setter part, but he's really good. He gives you honest news, and if it's his opinion on something, he tells you it's his opinion. He doesn't try to make it fact. So Tim Pool, very good place to get your news from. Like I said yesterday, I listened to George Orwell's 1984 yesterday, which took up the whole day. Well, took up any YouTube watching I do. Another thing I've been doing, I've been listening to some different things. One guy, it's called Dr. Creepypasta or Mr. Creepypasta. Can't remember. I apologize for not getting your name right if I got it wrong. Been listening to some of his scary stories. It's helped on kind of clearing the mind of all the junk. It kind of gives you something else to think about. And my suggestion would be to do that. Don't just constantly watch just prepping or just right-wing, just left-wing news media. You know, watch several different things. And then listen to some, I mean, it's on YouTube, but it's something you listen to. Maybe try to find an old book that you read as a kid that you haven't read in a while, get the audio version. More than likely, it is on YouTube. So, I'll tell you an old story that an old book I read. It was called My Side of the Mountain. Man, as a kid, and it was a kid that basically, I don't know, it run away and was living in the mountains. It's a simple book. It's not very big, or very, it's not very long. I did not like the second book on it as much, or the second movie. I think they made a movie about both. But anyway, my point is, yeah, you do need to prepare. You do need to have your plan A, your plan B, C, and D. And I'll get to something on that here in just a minute. But, sorry about all the noise. I just realized the air was on. Keep from fogging up the windows here. Anyway, yeah, you do need to do that. You do need to be prepared. You need to be in a situation that not only can you take care of your family, but you can take care of some friends. You may end up taking care of a total stranger. You'll have to make that decision. But you also need to give your brain a break. Read something that you've seen in the news or heard about, kind of like I did, the George Orwell's 1984. Never read it, and it should be. I think it should be mandatory for especially high school students to read. There are several books that I think should be required reading. Of course, with today's technology, you could listen to it, but read something that has nothing to do. The scary stories I've been listening to. It's kind of something that kind of helps empty out some of your mind, gives your mind something else to think about, to contemplate, maybe how you would handle the situation. I don't know. A lot of them I just listen to. It's a lot of background. If I'm really concentrating on something, it's background noise. There's a lot of the 1984 that I wasn't really paying that close attention to, but it kind of jump starts your brain on maybe some critical thinking. Maybe there may be something that you don't think has anything to do with prepping or sustainability, homesteading, whatever you're into. It might be something that actually gets you to thinking how you might handle something. But anyway, just listen to something, do something, watch something that has what may seem to be nothing to do with prepping or any of the other subjects I covered. It kind of gets your mind restarted on it. Now, I said I was going to touch on the plan A, plan B, plan C to plan Z. Those are all good, but they can also be bad. Well, not bad, but if you're making plans, say A, B, C, and D, but you have none of them fully enacted or fully thought through, say like plan A, bug in, I've got 6 months worth of food for the family and some friends. Start working on your plan B then. get an idea of what your plan A, plan B, and plan C is. But take the plan A and get that squared away as much as possible, if not completely. Well, of course, there's nothing completely, but as close to complete as you can get, and then focus on your plan B. Get that squared away, you know, bugging out where you're going, you know, what you need and all that stuff. And then go to plan C. Now, yes, you will need a rough draft. If you're just starting out, a rough draft of plan A, plan B, and plan C, a rough draft. And that, say your plan B is bugging out, okay, you need some basics. Where you're going to bug out to, and kind of the basics that you need to get there and get set up. Just the basics. But get your plan A bugging in, get that squared away, and then go into detail on plan B. And so on. So having all those plans are good, but if you don't have any of them implemented or the details of any of them, you're going to be in for a rough awakening when you start trying to implement them. Anyway, that's just kind of my nutter drive. Well, I'm sitting still now. But remember, only dead fish follow the flow of the stream. Don't be a dead fish. Also, if you got a sticker you'd like to send me, whether it's your YouTube channel or just something you created, please, nothing that would be questionable. I'll be more than happy to put it on my coffee cup or my coffee mug. That'll do it for this one. This is Buzzard. See ya.